Hello, everyone, and welcome to Singapore. So this beautiful garden nation, and once was open and friendly to Web3. Okay, but from this year, the policy have some change, and because Web3 is stigmatized. Okay, because when, today it's agent day, right? AI agent. But when you talk with AI people, and they tend to think Web3 is all about making money. Scammers, meme coins. So today, my topic is the grand unified theory of Web 3.0. And we're going to talk about the origin of the Web 3.0 and the redefinition in this AI era. So I'm from the Lingo AI, MetaLife.social, and also Singapore Internet Governance Forum. It's one of the national platform for the United Nations Internet Governance Forum. So we are going to, from this perspective, and we talk about how Web 3.0 and can make fundamental change to our society, and how Web 3.0 is going to help AI. And actually, Web 3.0 is more important than AI. So probably you noticed that for OpenAI just announced the ChatGPT pause. I'm not sure how many people have used ChatGPT pause. Please raise your hand if you, okay, so yeah. Three people used pause. So this is the topic, the screenshot from one of the articles. And the terminology used is insane. So it can be very good and can be very bad, because Pulse is the AI assistant that can anticipate your every move. So that means ChatGPT is transformed from a passive responder to a proactive partner. And this will be a new era. And when this new era is coming, and we have to pay attention to the benefits and also the problem. Today, I think most of people have the experience background of Web 3.0. So for this field, the people learn more about the centralization and the decentralization, and know more about the drawbacks of centralized AI. So for centralized AI, so the centralized, the concentration of power is terrible, because it's not like search engine or a social media. And AI actually break the language, which is the operating system of humanity. So AI will have much more and control power and over the humanity, and very soon, okay? So it's not only from mindset, but also economically. So you're going to see more people will lose their job. And the earning by labor, this era will soon be over. So what will be the next era, okay? So without, the data sovereignty, for example, the emerging countries, and in the past, they were colonized. And nowadays, it's digital colonization is even worse than the previous colonization, okay? And also the centralized AI have single point of failure and bias, cultural, and homogenization and bias, and also the accountability gaps. And I think everyone in this room know about this. So I will shortly pass this one. So let's talk about AI agents. That can be even worse. Okay, just like I mentioned in the very beginning, the pause. And they can predict every move of you. They are not lying. I'm not sure if you have watched the movie Mission Impossible, that AI can predict and you will be on which train, in which country, 3 months later. So for today, and probably, for many friends, we meet for the first time. And I don't know you are coming to Singapore, but the AI knows several months earlier than us. Okay, so they will know who you are going to date, not dated. Okay, in the 1 week later or 1 month later. Okay, so that means centralized AI can control and the humanity if there's no Web 3.0. And later I'm going to talk about and in detail. So, and especially for AI agents, it's not only like passive, it's active, it's proactive. So scheduling, negotiating, transacting, and making policy and suggestions and even actions, and for the agents, okay? So, and here also, we will suffer from the loss of the human agency. And also, because the centralized AI collect all your data and privacy, and it's much more than the search engine. Because search engine, you only search something, and you have your decision making by yourself. But for the centralized AI, and usually, and you will trust the result of the centralized AI. But in the future, and you have to rely on it, dependent on the result, output of the centralized AI. Also, there's security risk, and will be multiplied. There's attack vectors. It's a strong social impact. So a single breach could weaponize millions or billions of agents simultaneously. So I think, the people and, the practitioners in the AI agents and will pay more attention, and we actually should be responsible, and for the AI agents, responsible and inclusive AI agents, and in the future. Okay, so we just talk about the data. Data is wealth. Okay, it's not only like media manipulation, but also data is wealth. So the Facebook actually have almost 4 billion users, and they collect 4 billion users' data. So that's why Facebook is the richest, one of the richest company, and they can recruit any, employee from OpenAI, okay? And also, Alexander Wang, the company called Scale AI, they are accumulating the data sets for OpenAI cloud. And after the company was almost acquired and have a stake by Meta, and actually Zach just bought the oil refinery, okay? And Meta owns the infrastructure that those other centralized and the companies actually rely on for data, okay? So the Scale AI is actually a centralized data infrastructure. And it hired a lot of people from emerging countries. And then they use these data sets to fine-tune, to pre-training, and the centralized AI. And then this service will collect more data. So for emerging countries, for many languages, and they even don't have their, AI, and the language is, in danger of extinction. And also the culture built on the language will disappear soon. And so on one aspect that Meta and Scale AI accumulate a lot of data, but OpenAI have trouble to looking for good quality data. Why? Because our internet, current internet, is centralized. So there are so many data silos. For example, Facebook, Meta. Meta will not sell its data to OpenAI. So OpenAI have to figure out other ways to get data. So the data actually carry values. And because of the data silo, the data actually cannot be easily transacted among our societies and among those companies. So the data value is reduced because this kind of data silos. So we need to break data wall and to solve this problem. And Ilya mentioned AI is running out of data. So is that true? So the answer today is clear, no. So the only thing we need to change fundamentally is about our foundation of our internet. So that comes to the Web 3.0. So for Web 2.0, it's centralized because of the protocol, HTTP, client-server model. So the peer, one of the peers and many peers from the company will become larger and larger. And for individual and small enterprise, the peer will almost diminish. Okay, that's Web 2.0. So when we talk about Web 3.0, and its origin, it's not like 2014 from Gavin Wood of Polkadot. No, actually, the Web 3.0 was coined by me in 2003. That's a long time ago. And at that time, there's no blockchain, and there's no crypto. So I coined this terminology for AI because I'm the first one to combine the AI with the web. And there's a machine translation among 4 languages. And I built this social network and in 2003. So, but the decentralization, this concept is not introduced to Web 3.0 by me. It's by the founding father of the World Wide Web, called Sir Tim Berners-Lee. You know why he want to introduce decentralization into the Web 3.0? Because he invented HTTP. And HTTP led to the centralization of the data. And he wanted to break the data silo. So first he invented the semantic web. I think many people are doing AI agents. You know about knowledge graph. And its foundation, semantic web. So semantic web was invented by Sir Tim Berners-Lee to break data silos. But unfortunately, when he talked to the big players, no one liked to turn on their data. No one liked to adopt semantic web. So it's like talk to a drug dealer and you want them to turn out their money and the drug. Therefore, he introduced decentralization of the data platform, return data ownership to every users. So at that time, it's like 2006 to 2008. And the same year, Satoshi Nakamoto published the Bitcoin white paper. So at that time, Web 3.0 definition is, the left side is complete. I will let you know why it's only the left side. Okay. here. So Tim Berners-Lee, and last year in the World Web Summit, and he criticized Gavin Wood, Polkadot, and also Ethereum Foundation. But actually, Ethereum Foundation is ignorant because, actually, Gavin Wood never mentioned he is the godfather of Web3. He never mentioned that he coined this Web3. And some medium don't understand the Web3 terminology. So, but they mentioned at that time for blockchain, the Web3 for the first time. Therefore, they named him the godfather of the Web3, but actually not. Gavin Wood borrowed the terminology from the internet, which was coined by me, and the decentralization redefined by the Sir Tim Berners-Lee. So Web3 is not web at all, because Web3 is upgrade of our internet. It's not blockchain and crypto. You just imagine, can blockchain and crypto and resolve the centralization issue of the internet, of our web? No. If Facebook build one blockchain, and the Facebook Meta can become the largest company in this world, probably 10 times bigger than Amazon and than Google and NVIDIA. Okay, so does that mean Meta becomes the largest Web3 company? No, it's still centralized. Only the coin is decentralized. That's even worse. That's terrible, because that's why the United States wouldn't agree, cannot approve Meta to issue the stable coin at that time. Because if Meta issued the stable coin at that time, even though they have US dollars and in their bucket, but in the future, they can easily replace it. So Mark Zuckerberg will become the emperor of the world. So which means only blockchain and crypto is not Web3. So Web3 is stigmatized and also misused by this world for a long time. That's why, and I initiated the Singapore Internet Governance Forum, which is a branch of the United Nations Internet Governance Forum. And we want to let everyone know about the origin of Web 3.0 and its importance and to AI and to our world. Okay. So now let me explain and why I propose the grand unified theory of Web 3.0 and Web 3. So I pursued my PhD in astronomy and physics and in Northwestern University. And later I transferred to Washington University in St. Louis for my PhD in computer science. So I'm trying to use some physics theory and framework and to redefine the Web 3.0. Okay. So here, Sir Tim Berners-Lee proposed the SOLID project, which returned data ownership to users to decentralize our internet. But nowadays, people talking about Web3, and they thought about its Gavin Wood, blockchain, cross-chain, and crypto digital assets, and the people completely forget about the data ownership. They thought the digital assets ownership is data ownership. They thought the blockchain the data can be put on chain, so this solved the issue of the internet. But no, there's so much data in the internet, it cannot be put on chain. So blockchain and crypto cannot fully, help the internet. You have to combine with, combine the left side. So only we unify the two sides. The left side, and we will call it data 3.0. And the right side, we call it finance 3.0. So that's a redefinition of the Web 3.0. I hope I can make this one clear to the United Nations and globally, so that people are very clear when we get into the Web3, it's not only we're just doing meme coin or like only trying to make some money, okay? The real Web 3.0 is so important that it's much important than AI agents, definitely, before it's too late, okay? So the data 3.0, it's very short, yeah. So because of the short limited, I will go very quickly, okay? So for the data 3.0, the protocols include like Solid, MetaLife.social, which is a decentralized social network, and also Lingo AI, which is a Web 3.0 version of Scale AI, okay? So, and we combine this token, and because if without the right side, and 13 Berners-Lee working on this one for almost 20 years, but he cannot drive massive adoption. We have to combine these two and to quickly drive massive adoption because Web 3.0, internet is for everyone. So this is we upgrade the protocol layer. Okay, this protocol layer not only we add in blockchain, but also data 3.0 and also decentralized MCP, decentralized A2A protocols nowadays. Okay. And we are coming to a turning point for our internet. So the size, the scale of the internet, and it's advancing. So the first generation circuit switching is huge, big, yeah. Yeah, 1 minute, okay, yes, sorry, yeah. So we are now in the token switching and quantum switching. I will just show the slide. This 2.0 and Web 2.0 is halfly decentralized, and Web 3.0 is fully centralized. So this is the MetaLife and .social protocol is building. And we come to the world first Web 3.0 AI agent, because AI agent with centralized data is very dangerous, and your move can be predicted by the centralized server and the backend, also maybe bad actors. Okay, so Lingo AI can help. It's not only translate all the 7,000 languages and build the data sets, but also returns the data ownership to the users. It's anti-digital colonization. And they have the platform for the data sets. And the data value is huge. It's 10 to 100 times of the Bitcoin's value. So in the AI era, there will be new crypto backed up by data will surpass Bitcoin in the future. That's real Web 3.0. Okay, and all the data will be released, unlocked from data silos by the real Web 3.0. Okay, so this is the IGF, and we are co-founding, and we will drive this real Web 3.0, and from UN, because this is the bottom-up and multi-stakeholder structure, like our DAO's structure. Okay. So we are going to lead the whole industry and the UN and into the sustainable path. And the vision of Web 3.0 and only return data ownership to users can be human and centric AI. So the final take is, and the grand unified theory of Web 3.0 redefines Web 3.0 and to data 3.0 plus thing 3.0. And Web 3.0 is a prerequisite for human-centric AI agent. And the data marketplace is the largest data assets. And protocols like Lingo AI, MetaLife, and Solid are not just technologies. They are the reals of a new civilization-wide economy. Okay, so this is my speech. Hope you can also communicate with me and how we drive the real Web 3.0 and massive adoption together. Thank you very much.